What about 5? 5, you guys. 5 analogous warm colors. See if we can get them all on there. Now, I have no earthly idea how this is going to end up, you know, like how it'll turn out. I just dropped an orange. Pick it up. Now I just dropped another one. Maybe 5 is too many. You know what? I say always try for more than you think you can handle. So I'm going to activate the canvas with pastels. Just gonna do a whole bunch of marks, get a whole bunch of colors going on in there, and then they can be like kind of transparent. These are actually water soluble from Charvin. They're actually from Jerry's Artarama, which is an art store in the US. I tend to really like the red and the orange, but so what's really cool about long ones, big gigantic canvases, is that you get to use like whole body. I'm gonna go off the page. I'm gonna dip colors in some water. The ones that are water soluble, those ones that I just used, this purple was the Dick Blick, which is just regular pastels. And this is just totally random. All pretty much most of it's probably going to be covered up at some point. Let's get some orange in there. I've got three that I'm dipping in the water. I'm going to do 3 analogous. Oh, and then there's all these other colors. What about 5? 5, you guys. 5 analogous warm colors. See, it's like already less intimidating. And I'm not even looking, I'm just drawing. Just marking marks because it feels so freeing. Look at, I don't even have any control over anything. I love not having control over anything. I really like this orange. I don't know if it'll show up very much in the end, but in the past it's been kind of dissolvey. Once I put the coating of the gloss medium over it, kind of disappeared, but that's okay. The red usually shows up. This one, I'm probably going to use this up because I love it so much. The red that comes with that. I literally am not even looking at the painting. Well, I'm looking at it, but I'm not backing up to see what the composition looks like. Let's get some yellow in there. In this set, they have kind of some yellow ochres, but not like a warm yellow, which is kind of weird. I guess this one borders on warm yellow. Look how similar these yellows are, and they're like kind of yellow ochre-y. This is the Dick Blick, just regular pastels. That's got to be obnoxious for the people watching. You know, I'm just in my studio talking to myself, right? Hopefully the audio is good. You can probably hear the scratching on the canvas though, but that's exciting, right? Look at that. Excitement. And I'm making sure to go off the canvas because it makes it feel expansive, like it's never ending, like more royal. No, it's ultramarine. But wow. Ultramarine, I often forget, like in its pure form, because I'm so used to using it as an oil paint. In its pure form, in the pigment form, it's like kind of electric in a way. I don't know if it's a good idea, but does that matter? No is the proper answer. Let's do like a more sky blue color. It's, what now? Oh, it's phthalo blue. Phthalo blue 3. It's sort of like almost a cerulean. It's like a warm, it's like a yellowy blue. So I'm just kind of clustering the blues together a little bit for funsies. What else? Why not put this sky blue color in there too? If we're going with the blue. Okay, let's just look for a second and see. Oh, doesn't that look fun? Like, don't you just want to do it yourself? You want to go out to the Dick Blick outlet store so that you could get kind of slightly damaged canvases, fix them up for way cheaper than if you ordered online for new, and then do this, and then keep going and just be in a state of nirvana. Don't you want to be just like me in a state of nirvana like I am? Oh, look at this light purple. Let's get it wet. I think it'll go on better. I'm tending to put the cool colors next to the cool colors and stuff. I don't know why. Just a little bit light purple. You think we're ready to find out what we've done? What we have wrought on this canvas? There's no green on there. What about a green? It's like a very springy green. Oh, it's pretty actually. I think that's what I thought was what was needed. Got a little bit more. Oh, look, if you have like more water, it actually drips and stuff. Sort of. Maybe not a lot, but the color kind of goes in there. These patches of green, and they're kind of mixing a little bit. See, that was the green, but then it mixed with the blue down here, so it got like a lot darker and stuff. That's not ugly. Well, I mean, it could be ugly, but that doesn't matter at this point in the game. I'm gonna wash my little handsies. Let's take a look-see. I mean, I don't know if the green helped, but you know what? Here's the thing. Well, this is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. It's just like to make it come alive. You're not really supposed to be thinking about composition right now. So stop thinking about it. I'm telling you to stop. I wish you would. So I brought this plant-based medium. It doesn't really matter, but you can see that I wrote that. Base medium. This is from Natural Earth Paint. They're like my favorite company for the planet and for making art materials I don't have to feel guilty about, which I actually feel kind of jazzed about. This is actually decanted from the jar that it comes with, and if I'm really, really fancy, I will insert, because I did a video of me decanting it into these things. So this is just an old medicine, topical squirt bottle thing that I've got the clear acrylic. It's like a gloss. It's very glossy. So I am going to give that a go, putting that on top of. So I'm going to try using this here, this thick one. I've not done it on such a large scale. This is just from reading glasses. I'm just going to squeeze it out. I could probably even add water if I wanted to, but I'm going to try and see like how does it work without the water. Because this is going to sort of seal it down. I'm not sure, like cools and the worms together might not be the best way to go. It's not terrible, but let's see. Let's just keep going. I am going to try to water it down. So I put a little in there, and I've got this spatula. I'm going to try this because this might like make it not mix so much. Yeah, I think that's probably better. The red always does react pretty well. I find that the different pigments just behave differently. And you could like wipe your spatula in between if you didn't want them to mix too much. That spatula thing wasn't working out. I got a smaller brush. I'm thinking this smaller brush with the medium is going to be good. So yeah, it was a good thing I put like the analogous colors next to each other because they do mix. So you could get kind of maybe unpleasant mixes maybe, but that's okay. Because again, as I say, none of this matters. It's kind of fun. I like the whole transparency thing. Putting in some transparent fields of color here and some texture, a lot of texture actually. Yeah, this red never disappoints, does it? It always pulls through. And that's that yellow ochre-y thing, I think, that I was complaining about. Not being like a warm yellow, but that's okay, because obviously it's working out just fine. These are the kind of things that you have to tell yourself, like, it's fine. Actually, that's beautiful. It's more than fine, it's gorgeous. Let's fill that baby in. It's beautiful. See, I was naysaying the yellow ochre, and look at that. It pulled through. You know what? This is turning out to be kind of surprisingly kind of cool. I think this is the way to start a big canvas, because look at all that you can get done in such a short amount of time. And it's like alive now. The canvas has come alive. Another good thing about such a big canvas is you really can't see the whole thing at once. When you're up on it, you can't be making a whole lot of decisions regarding composition unless you back up, but you have to work on it close up, which is kind of cool, actually. So it sort of forces you to be less judgmental. You're freer to just make strokes, is what I'm trying to say. Just do it. You don't know, you don't have what you need to actively judge it because you're not backed up, so it doesn't matter. Obviously, in the later stages of painting, you need to be backing up a lot. We're getting somewhere now. Oh, I'm getting excited. Yes, I am. Getting a little bit more. Oh, by the way, update on the squeeze bottle. This is the first time I've tried this. Yes, this is the way to deal with plant-based medium from Natural Earth Paint, which comes in a glass jar, and it's a little bit of a pain to use, so I decant it, and this is the first time that I've decanted it into a squeeze jar. I usually do it into a vitamin, like an old vitamin jar. I kind of like this. It's also, this is kind of cool because it's leaving like the texture of where it caught on the upper weave of the canvas, like the upper hills versus valleys, and it's kind of just left this speckled texture. Hey, you know what's cool about this canvas is that it actually has this weird, which is probably one of the reasons why it was returned. It has this weird like zipper, almost zipper effect, like right here. No, it's right here. Something weird happened in the manufacturing. So it's like these tiny little, it almost looks like a very small zipper. And it's almost right in the middle, which if I were paying big money for this canvas, I would not accept that. But I'm kind of viewing it as a selling point. Like, I'm imperfect, haha, look at me, I'm imperfect, and I can still be a beautiful piece of art. Look at, you can make me into a beautiful piece of art. And I just dig that idea. Also, you know, the whole perfectionist thing, we are perfectionists as artists a lot of times. And that kind of makes it so like, well, it never was perfect to begin with. So the pressure's off. You know what I'm saying? I think you do. I think you have just as much perfectionism in your art as I do. So I think you know what I'm saying. Don't try to deny it. And if you do know what I'm saying, you should write it in the comments and say, oh my God, Frugoli, I know what you're saying. Or you could say, no, I'm not a perfectionist. I love it when I'm bad at art. Oh my God. Such a weirdo. It's okay. I'm letting my freak flag fly. Thanks for getting this far with me. I mean, look how far we got in just a short amount of time. You watched me do it. You know it's not AI. Let's go in. See if I can show you some of the details. What we did, look, here was the yellow ochre I was so down on earlier. It's kind of cool, right? Got some nice texture. It's kind of a neat blue. This is kind of cool. So not bad for beginning stages of a painting. Okay guys, I wanted to share with you what I learned after doing a bunch more of these. First of all, I really like doing this on the cradled panels that are much smoother. They're like gessoed panels. This is one of those. You can see like the strokes a little bit better, and I don't know, I just really kind of enjoyed working with it on the panels. Things just went smoother, and I really liked the analogous colors. So for this one I chose the cool colors. For this one now, this is the warm colors. Now this one is on canvas, so with the close-ups will probably show you more of the texture, but I also added some of the plant-based raw sienna in there, and you know, it was kind of fun. And then the last thing I wanted to show you is that you can actually do this after you have a whole bunch of layers of paint. Look at where the black stroke is. You can see the red. I've dragged over it and then I sealed it up. So there's all kinds of ways that you can use pastel to activate.
They call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Let me whisper gently words that are true. The gentle bossa novas to play, a simple old promise that won't drift away. I know I need you like the stars need the night. You make the darkness turn